It's righteous.
What's good, YouTube? Music Man Joe here, and today I want to give my honest thoughts about the whole Nerf Hercules situation. Now, I know for a fact some of y'all watching this are gonna see the thumbnail and get mad and leave comments. What I need you to do is don't even do any of that. Listen to what I gotta say, and afterwards, if you're still gonna comment what you're gonna comment, go ahead. And no, I will not be disabling comment sections of my videos, or this one especially, because to me, that's lame, bro. Like, let people speak their opinions, give their thoughts. Like, why would you want to stop them from doing it? Now, if you're being hated on because you did something crazy that people don't like in the world, in the real world and whatnot, it's understandable. But this is just a mobile game. So, I'm gonna let y'all speak your minds. But yeah, as the title, well, not the title, but as the thumbnail says, it says nerf him. Yeah, go ahead and nerf him. I'm gonna explain why. Before I get into that, let's go look at the forum post really quick to see what Kabam Mike was talking about and whatnot. So let's go do that. Okay, so here we are. So somebody on the forum has made this post. I don't know if there's any other forum posts that's been made since then. I haven't looked. But someone asked, is Hercules getting nerfed before 8.4 drops? And then this person was seeing a ton of rumors about it on Reddit and global chat in the game, that Hercules is getting nerfed before 8.4 comes out. And they're a huge fan of Hercules, and they got him through all story modes and the highly anticipated 8.4 release. Okay, I get that part. They're excited. This goes for anybody who actually uses Hercules. I do not use Hercules at all, bro. I've gotten to where I got to. I did everything up to where I'm at. I'm ready for 8.4, I did all of Act 6 without Hercules. I explored Act 7 without Hercules, if I remember correctly. I don't think I ever used them anywhere in that content. Act 8, the first 3 chapters are out. I'm basically exploring it without Hercules. I have no use for Hercules. I get how good he is. I get why people are upset about it and whatnot. But the fact that people are relying on him so much to do content, I understand. I get it. Trust me, I got a rank 3 200 Hercules. I know how good he is. The only places I really use him in is incursions, but I haven't done that in a while to use him anywhere really. So I don't really use him. So I'm unbiased about it. Like, I'm not, like, if I was a Herc user, I'd probably be upset about it, to be honest, because I use him everywhere. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure Kabam that had zero intentions of making a game where you could use one champion to do everything in the game, basically, with him. They've tried to do it with 8.3 Sarasi boss, and they still people using Hercules against him. And I feel like the content Kabam has planned, Hercules is just gonna destroy it. That's why they want to nerf him. We're gonna get into that, of them saying that they want to nerf him in a bit. But my honest opinion is they should nerf him. Yes, I understand you guys are probably upset about that. No, I'm not paid by Kabam. No, I have zero interest in working for Kabam. Kabam employees, if you're watching this, no offense, but I have zero interest in working for y'all. So don't hit me up asking me, you want to work for me? We'll pay you to do this. I'm not interested. I'm good. Nothing against y'all personally or nothing like that, People at Kabam, you guys seem cool. I watch your streams on Twitch. You guys seem cool. You guys seem chill. I got nothing against you guys. Just me personally, what I got going on in my life and what I want to do for a living is stuff outside of MCLC. That's why I have zero interest in that. Nothing against people who want to work for them, including people who want to be part of the CCP. Nothing against y'all. If y'all want to do that, go for it. But for me personally, I got bigger plans for myself and whatnot that I got to focus on outside the game. But anyways, that's not the point of this video. My point is they need to nerf him. I'm gonna explain why, but let's go through the forum post first, and then I'll explain my reasoning. So that first part I get. Now this part says, it will be a huge downfall on the MCLC economy if he does get nerfed. And I know there are tons of people who will post that nerf Hercules after this message. I just want to clear my answer. Clear answer from one of the Kabam mobs that said in the next live stream Twitch they will announce it. Okay, I disagree with that. You're basically saying the game is gonna die or something like that, right? I've seen other YouTubers saying it, that the game's gonna die. No, that's how they feel. That's how they feel. Got nothing against it. People really think the game's gonna end because Hercules is getting nerfed. It's not going to end, bro. Look, I got the perfect example why I don't think it's gonna end. Look at what they did with the 12.0 update. A lot of people were upset about it. Yeah, sure, some people quit. I don't know because of that, or they just stopped playing after it because the game wasn't the same to them. But that affected a bunch of champs. I shouldn't say a bunch, but like the main ones people were using. But back then, there were not as many champs there is in the game now. Now, the reason why I bring up 12.0 is because we're in the year 2024, bro. This game's been out for 9 years, about to be 10. We're still here. The game is still here. That's why I don't see the game dying, man, at all. Now, it might hurt Kabam's pockets for the people who use Herc a lot, but at the end of the day, you got to think about the positives of it. Stop looking at the negatives. If you're focused too much on the negatives, you're not going to see what the good that could come out of this. So I disagree with the game's economy is going to hurt. There's some people who's going to stop spending because they love using Hercules. That's understandable. Honestly, if you want Kabam to change some certain things, there's certain things that they do that I don't like either. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying everything Kabam does is awesome. Like, yeah, let's go Kabam. Yeah. You know, I'm not doing that. No. There are some things in this game they do not like. And two of those reasons is Quake and Magic because they're not 6 stars yet. So that's a whole different topic, bro. I thought about making a video on that. I still might. If you want to see me talk about that, leave a comment down below saying, yeah, let's do it, or I don't know, something, letting me know, and I'll make that video. But yeah, I don't see this game dying because people are going to quit from MCOC, let alone spending, if they nerf Hercules. But let's go down there. If they wanted to nerf Hercules, they would have already do it. Okay, this is before Kabam Mike responded. You going to Reddit and Global for information, that's your problem. You don't find it boring using the same chat for everything? I hope Kabam starts loading up future content with anti-Herc nodes. You can't obviously use Herc for all the passive story modes. Maybe I said that out of context, but that's not the point. I hope they do find ways to anti-Hercules nodes would make it tougher in story mode, just like the boss at 8.3 Cerastes, where Hercules will be a no good option. I don't think they've watched any videos. You could literally use Hercules in that fight still. There, see, this is what somebody just said. Herc works great against him, as long as you don't rely on immortality. Exactly, he still got the burst damage, you know, he's still damage dealer without it. No, Hercules want to be changed. Printers locked behind a 6 star. Releases a 6 star. Oh, this makes no sense. I hope Kabam deletes Morbius. What? That doesn't make any sense, has nothing to do with the topic. Y'all are disgusting. Ew. Hercules has more in his kit apart from immortality, easy access to true sense, and big yellow numbers just by a small ramp up. He is a great champ even without immortality. I agree with all of that so far. So if Kabam introduced anti-immortality nodes, Herc will still hit hard. I agree. It is more like a balance rather than the nerf. So Herc will be MVP in Act 8.4. I'm sure he will be. And I agree, it'll probably be more of a rebalance instead of a nerf. A nerf to me, and in most people's eyes when you actually think about a nerf, is making a champion, like for example, turning Hercules into, I don't know, that's like turning Hercules into Drax, or like Superior Iron Man, or like OG Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel. You know, they don't really got much going on for them. Sure, they got a little bit going on, but not much. That's a nerf, going from Hercules now to down there. So I don't think he's gonna get a nerf. They'll most likely rebalance him, and then people are gonna say, oh, it's a nerf. No, a nerf is making him go from one thing to something completely different. Rebalancing is he still does what he does, just not as good as before. They wouldn't lower his kit and whatnot. When you look at that part of rebalancing. Also, the rebalancing is making somebody not good and making them to really good. That's another part of the rebalancing, but we're not talking about that because we're talking about Herc. But yeah, let's see what else we got. That's funny. I was thinking yesterday about the Nimrod Defender and how cosmics weren't used in Necropolis much. Okay. Cosmics and science are the least representative class in the Necropolis. Also, see, I can't remember of any science champion who is practically good for long-form Everest content. I agree with that. If anybody at Kabam is watching this, can you guys make some cosmics or... it's cosmic, I'm sorry. Science champs who could do a long-form content, even if it's just one champion that you never make like again. It would be nice to have one champ from each class to do that. That'd be awesome, but, you know. Human Torch can, but only in a few matchups. And the Hawk plus Overseer team costs a lot of units as well. That makes sense. But yeah, people are upset about it. The only nerf Hercules is getting is never being a 7-star since he's too powerful. I agree with that. Like, him not being a 7-star because of the way he is now, I agree. If you consider that as a nerf, then you are right. 6-star Hercules is not getting a nerf. They might make up nodes to make him just useful like they did against Ghost and Quake, but the community will be in an uproar if they touch him. I agree with that. You know, like me personally, if they do nerf Herc, it's not gonna affect me because I don't use him. And I'm explaining why I think they should nerf him. But there's a lot of people who use him. There's a lot of people who rely on him. There's a lot of people who use him to get through content and whatnot, right? So I get it. That's why they'll be said. I agree with that. But yeah, hold on. Let me finish this forum post, then we'll get into my video. I mean, why I think he'll get nerfed, or why he should be nerfed. Also, since you trust Global and Reddit, you might want to check out Prof Off on YouTube. I've seen his video, more parts of it. He seems upset about it, and yeah, I mean, I get it. I get why people are upset. You know. I'm not saying you guys are wrong for being upset. Matter of fact, you guys should be, because you use this champ so much and they're changing them. Like, bro, that's like me with Quake. If they bring in Quake as a 6-star and she's completely different in how she is and I can't do what I want to do with Quake like I normally can, then no, bro. So I get where you guys are coming from if this was a Quake situation, but it's about Hercules, so let's stay on topic. I find it funny when people say it's boring using Hercules. Well, don't use them then. Let others that enjoy. That's fair. I agree with that. Me personally, Hercules is so boring to use, bro. It's repetitive. It's the same thing. Sure, his damage increases after a few fights and whatnot, but bro, I'm going to sleep playing Hercules, bro. But that's just me when it comes to Hercules. He's just boring to me. I get how good he is. He's got other stuff besides immortality. I get it, but he's so boring, bro. Nothing, no knock against any of you watching this video who love using Hercules. You know, I know how good he is. I got him in rank 36200 for a reason. I'm probably not gonna take him any higher than that, just because I never use him. But yeah, I don't even remember using Herc that much other than the Black Widow fight. Okay, and here we go. They closed this discussion so nobody else can reply to it. This is what Kabam Mike said, or Mike. I don't even know how you pronounce that. I'm just gonna say Kabam Mike. We do want to nerf Hercules, and there is no time limit on when that can happen. That said, we have no plans for that at this time. We will continue to design around him for now, or figure out solutions like we have for Magic and Quake, such as limiting his rarity or adding more nodes that negate immortality. So no, Herc is not getting nerfed yet. The key word there is yet. That means they're going to nerf him at some point the way he worded it. Now, if there's anything new since then, I don't know. I heard he was on Twitter trying to do some damage control, but then people were saying, basically saying, he's saying the exact same thing he's saying here. That's why I'm not gonna show it. But Kabam wants to nerf him. Also, it would not be bad for the MCLC economy. It would only do good. I have to agree with that too. I'm gonna explain why. So let's get back to the game. I'm gonna explain why. Okay, so we're back in the game. This is why I think they should nerf Hercules. Like I said earlier in the video, I don't think Kabam made Hercules so that way people can only use Hercules to do everything they can in the game to get the stuff. I'm pretty sure that's not how Kabam made this game when they first started. It shouldn't even be like that. Why are you gonna use one champ to do everything? I get what you're gonna say. Well, why would I use anybody else if I could use Herc? I get it. But why though? If that's the case, then You know, stop ranking up other champs and just keep using Hercules, bro. Bring Hercules only on the team if that's the case. If that's true and that's what you believe in, use Herc only. One man show, nobody else. Maybe Heimdall for that synergy. Maybe bring some synergies. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's not the point. Why would you just want to use one champ? To me, that's a boring way to play the game. You guys aren't bored doing that? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't use Herc. You guys use him. I know how good he is. I know what he can do. But why would you want to do that when there's... Look at all these champs, bro. Look at all these champs. You know what? Let's just go straight to the comics. Cosmic class. Arguably the best class, in my opinion, in the game. Let's look at 6 stars, because that's what most people have. There's all these other champs you could use, bro. You got Hawkling in here. I'm just gonna talk about the ones that are actually good. Proxima Midnight. Yeah, I brought her up. Don't be hating. Don't be sleeping on her. Black Bolt with synergies. Oh, he's trash. No, he's not. Stop sleeping on him. You got Adam Warlock, bro. You got Gamora, CGR, Venom. I got some ones. Gore, Vox. Even though I don't like using Vox, he's not garbage. I'm gonna be honest about that. You got King Groot. This is just a cosmic class. Captain Marvel movie. You can even make a case for Hela if you're not a user. Angela. That's just one class, bro. Hold on. If it lets me click, you got Torch, you got Scorpion, you got Spidey 2099, you got Titania. You know, the list goes on and on and on, man. Let's look at one more class, bro. And then you get the point at this point. Ronan, Aegon. He's more than just for Ever's content. So stop saying he's only for Ever's content, because that's not true. Kingpin, OG Black Panther, Kate Bishop. Did I say Shang-Chi? I don't remember. Moondragon, you know, I had Zemo too, even though I don't really care for the character. But I seen some crazy things with Zemo. Hey, shout out to Blade. You know? Hitmonkey. Basically, my point is there are so many other champs in the game that you could be using instead of just Hercules. So that's why I think they should nerf him, because you guys are just sleeping on other champs that you could enjoy. There's been times where I've slept on champs for so long that I'm like, bro, I should have used them. I should have been using them. One perfect example for that is, where's she at? Captain Britain. I had her at rank 1 for the longest. I knew how good she was, but until I actually used her, man, I can't wait to rank 5 and ascend her. Like that's what I'm saying. Like start using other champions in the game, man. Stop relying on one champ to do everything, because that's boring. If that's not boring to you, then that's fine. I'm not knocking you down for it or anything. And if you disagree with my video, that's perfectly fine as well. You know, I respect that. I'm not here to try to please everybody. I'm not here to just say, oh, listen to me, I'm right, you're wrong. You know, I'm not doing that. But what I am saying is, stop relying on one champion so bad that you got to do everything in the game that helps you get through content. Because how are you supposed to become a better player if you're just using one champion to do everything? Explore your options. Now, if you got to this part of the video and you're the type of person who said, I don't care about what you say, man, I'm still going to use Herc, I'm still going to boycott, revolt, or whatever it is, I'm against Gaban for doing this. I mean, if that's what you're going to do, that's what you're going to do, you know? I'm not mad at you for it, because you're a Herc user, I'm not. So I can't see things, really understand things from your point of view, because I don't rely on Hercules to do it. Now, I don't mean that as a shot to y'all, to say I'm better than you. No, I'll never think I'm better than anybody at anything like that. Now, I'll try to be the best I very can, like no one ever was. And even though that's like a Pokemon song reference, I'm not even trying to do all that right now. But nah, I mean, you guys get the point I'm trying to make, though, at this point. Like, if you're upset about Kabam, I'm sure you guys are going to do what you're going to do. All I'm saying is, use other champs that you have that are good, that are not ranked up. Also, rank up champs you like using. Don't always listen to everybody else, because to me, that's a very boring way to play the game. Why would you want to rank up everybody the same as everyone else, have the same rosters? It's boring. You want to be different. That's why I do what I do in my wrist rank ups. That's why I rank up who I like to rank up. That's why I took Proxima Midnight to rank 5 and ascended over Hercules. Okay, now as far as Kabam saying they're never gonna touch him, now they're saying they're gonna touch him. Okay, that part I understand why people are upset, because that sounds like Kabam lied. If we want to keep it real about it, like, why, bro? Don't say you're not gonna touch him and then you're gonna change him. That okay? If that's why people are upset about it, I get it. You know, I can't stand being lied to about anything, so I understand where you guys are coming from. Over a mobile game, like Kabam lied to y'all about it and they're gonna nerf him, according to what Kabam Mike said. Now, by the time you guys watch this video, maybe Kabam will change their mind or maybe something he said, but yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. I do think they should nerf Hercules because people are relying on him too much and they're missing out on other champions they could be using. But at the same time, understand why you guys are upset. Don't get me wrong, I see where you're coming from. You know, I'm not tone deaf or anything like that. I get it. But just don't rely on one champion, is all I'm saying. And I'm not saying that everyone who uses Herc does that. Like, oh, I need Herc. Like, no, I get it. You use him because he makes everything easy. And it doesn't really cost a revise and whatnot. I get that. Honestly, they should have nerfed him after he came out. But the fact they want to do it now, to me, that makes no sense. They should have just done it right away. But it is what it is. If they nerf him, they do. If they don't nerf him, they leave him the way it is. That's fine too. Look, either way, at the end of the day, I'm cool with whatever they decide to do because it doesn't affect me. That's just for me personally. I can't speak for anybody else on that. I'm sure most of you will disagree. So I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I can see where you're coming from. But as somebody who doesn't even use Hercules, bro, I'm letting you know right now, you're missing out. Let me just show all the classes. You're missing out on a lot of other champions if that's all you truly ever use. If Hercules is all you use, I mean, I'm sure you guys are using the top bangers like Hulkling, Gallon, Kate Bishop, Future Ant-Man, you know, Dr. Doom, champs like that, Ghost, you know, like all the popular champs, Tigra, to name a couple, Ronan even. But don't just rely on this guy, man. Like, I'll most likely take him to rank 4 at least, because I feel like he should be at least rank 4 on everybody's roster. But now that Kabam wants to nerf him, and they most likely will at some point, it makes me want to say, I think I'm just going to keep him at rank 3. And the last thing I'm going to bring up about Hercules is, if you guys ranked him up to rank 5 and you use Ascension Dust, if they do nerf him, Kabam needs to give people a chance to give out ranked out tickets, and they should come out with an item that only works on Hercules that removes the Ascension Dust from that champion, so that way they can use that Ascension on somebody else. I feel like that's the only fair way for them to do it if they do decide to nerf Hercules, or let alone rebalance him, I should say. I feel like that's what they need to do if they do go down that route. Now, maybe Kabam will change their minds. People are saying don't spend, they're gonna stop spending. I mean, that's what you guys should have been doing since the beginning whenever they do something they don't like, instead of keep spending and spending and spending. You know? But, I don't know. I can't tell you what you guys do with your money. You spend on whatever you want to spend on. It is what it is. It don't affect me at the end of the day. But I see where everybody's coming from, why they're upset. Anyways, with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. And as always, until next time. And don't forget that Jesus loves you too, you guys. Remember that.